Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special day for me because it is the 10-year anniversary from when I first got interested in Kingdom Hearts. Now obviously I haven't been a fan of Kingdom Hearts for more than that. I know there's some people who have gotten interested in it since day one. I may not be as long of a fan as they are, but I still consider myself a fan of the franchise. Kingdom Hearts just means so much to me, and I just wish to share my story and my journey from since day one for it when it released until the time I really got interested in it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's continue. So when I first laid eyes on Kingdom Hearts, it was during a PS2 commercial. Then I started hearing a Simple and Clean by Utada Hikaru. I'm not so sure if that's exactly how you pronounce it. I'm really sorry, Utada. But that's when I first started to hear Simple and Clean, and then when I saw this this strange looking characters, like they were from Final Fantasy or like anime Final Fantasy looking character teaming up with Donald and Goofy. At first I found it a little bit strange, but at the same time I couldn't help but feel interested in it since I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy before Kingdom Hearts. So when I saw these characters teaming up with Donald and Goofy, I thought it would be a very fun looking, interesting game with an interesting story. Now during that time I didn't own a PS2, so I waited until 2006 was when my brother, who was I don't remember how old he was, I think he was 8 years old at that time, he made up like a Christmas wish list that he wanted a PS2 and he wanted Kingdom Hearts 2. So when me and my mother were shopping, we got him the PS2 and as well as the game for Christmas. Now I didn't watch him play Kingdom Hearts until we were on a family trip in 2007. We were on a family trip. He decided to take his console and his game with him so that he doesn't get bored. So while we were on our family trip, I was just sitting at home bored, and I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something fun. And so while I was watching my brother play Kingdom Hearts, he made it to the musical version of Atlantica. And so while I was watching him and I was watching this mini game, I was like, "Can I try?" He was kind enough to hand me the controller and let me try it for my own. And at first I was a little bit confused on how the mini game worked, but then I started to really grow an interest in it and have fun with it. And then I think I remember asking him if I could try out the story mode for myself. And so he opened up a new file for me, and I started playing Roxas' story. And I think that was the first time I ever saw the character Roxas. And then at that time I was really into skater boys, blonde, spiky or kind of long hair looking guys. I was into skater boys during that time, and so that's when I remember that Roxas became a Kingdom Hearts crush for me. I remember playing Roxas' story, and I remember that I didn't understand how the story mode worked and how the commands and the combat worked while I was playing it. And so within a few minutes, I think I remember that I was just struggling so much with it, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I think I don't like this game at all. So that was the last time I ever heard about Kingdom Hearts. Fast forward to 2010. That was the time when I first grew an interest in Kingdom Hearts. It was March 2010. I think we were me and my family were getting ready to move to a new house. And before that time, I was looking at YouTube videos. I was looking at the video game playthroughs. I think I was looking at Mario at that time, and so or other games that I haven't played since I was a kid, and I really missed it, and I just wanted to see other people play it. and I stumbled a thumbnail on Kingdom Hearts. When I clicked on it, and I don't remember which one was it, but I think I remember this YouTuber was doing the battle with oh, what's his name, Zaldin, and I think it was the one where Sora was escorting Minnie to the basement. So once I saw Sora and all these Final Fantasy looking characters, it just made me become interested in it. And so I remember I was watching the whole, I don't think I was watching the gameplay. I think I was just skimming through the cutscenes. And so, cause I wanted to get to know the story. And then I started to hear music from Kingdom Hearts. And oh my goodness, when it comes to music, if there's anything that gets me interested in a show or a game or a movie, it's gotta be the music. So the music is what really drew me to Kingdom Hearts. And I remember listening to Dearly Beloved from Kingdom Hearts 2. And I loved hearing that the version from the title menu, because you know, in the title menu you hear like the ocean just passing by. I mean, it just sounds something that I would hear while I'm walking around enjoying nature. I didn't own an MP3 or an iPod, but I remember my brother had an MP3, and he let me borrow his MP3. And I remember, even though I feel very guilty about this, but I don't know if anybody remembers LimeWire. So LimeWire was a program where you can, I guess, download and import music from your from LimeWire to your MP3 for free, and it's basically stealing. And I honestly, I kind of feel very guilty about downloading those games or the music from Kingdom Hearts, and sometimes I feel like I just don't deserve to have them. But I mean, I just love the music so much, and I wish to listen to it while I'm outdoors, especially going out, taking a walk, and just enjoying the outside, because Kingdom Hearts music, I feel like it's such a nice, relaxing music to enjoy when you're outdoors, especially around nature. So I don't know if you guys remember that during the old flip phones, I remember in order to keep listening to Kingdom Hearts music, I would open up the recording app and just find a nice quiet spot where there's not going to be any background noise. And I remember just placing my phone near the speaker, and I would press record to the song that I liked from Kingdom Hearts, and it started recording. By the time it stopped, by the time I stopped the recording and I listened to it, I felt like I was listening to the song from the MP3. That was my way of trying to get a music that I like, and wanting to listen to it over and over again, especially while I'm outdoors. Another one of my favorite memories of when it comes to Kingdom Hearts music was while I was in college during that time. I think it was my second year. So I was looking for my fall 2010 classes. My brother let me borrow his MP3, and one of the songs that I loved hearing while I'm just walking around campus is Lazy Afternoons or Twilight Town. That music just really fits the setting when it comes to me just strolling around on campus and trying to find my classes. It just really fits the scenery. And when I would enter a building, I would tune into the Afternoon Streets, and that's also from Kingdom Hearts 2. It just, I don't know, the Afternoon Streets just sounds like something that you would listen to while you're inside a building. Just like Destiny Islands, you could imagine just enjoying the sunshine, or if you're at a beach. Another one of my favorites is the Birth by Sleep version of Radiant Garden. That one, whenever I listen to it, I imagine I imagine if I were to change the title, I would name it "Welcome to the Big City." I know that sounds really lame, but that's how I like to imagine it. So if I were in Los Angeles or New York City or Miami, I would tune into that song when I would take a drive into in downtown New York City, just New York City or Los Angeles, and just imagine that song popping up. Welcome to the big city. And another memory of Kingdom Hearts music is when I remember going into the college libraries, and whenever I want to do homework, I would go into YouTube, plug in my earplugs, and search for a playlist of Kingdom Hearts music, or any kind of relaxing music, not like a dramatic music like The Encounter or Vim and Vigor. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but just like a relaxing type of music to help me concentrate with my homework. So in March of 2010, I remember I just grew such an interest to the game, and that I have collected. I have done my first ever collection, and my way of collecting things was through screenshots. At that time, I didn't have a job, so I couldn't afford any merchandise of anything, whether it's Kingdom Hearts or any kind of anime or show or game. So my way of collecting things, and I will show you guys in a minute, was through screenshots. So if there's an image that I like, I would look online. If there's an image that I like, I would save the picture as, and then open up a software and paste that image there and make it fit to page. So if I really wanted a bigger picture, I would make it fit to page and print it off. And that's how I like to, and put it in a binder. That's how I like to collect things. Another way I like to print off screenshots is if I wish to do like multiple screenshots, I would open up a Word document, paste the screenshots and organize them however I want to, and then print it off and then place it in the binder. And sometimes if I wish to kind of move around the screenshots, I would cut the screenshots. I would get a notebook and kind of tape them in the notebook. I will show you guys how I did these things. So these are the screenshots that I have collected since I first started to grow an interest in it. And this is my first ever fit to page screenshot that I have printed off from March of 2010. This was before my move. So hopefully you can see it right there. It's a picture of Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2 at the very ending of it. Here's a screenshot of Roxas. So what I would do is I would open up a Word document, paste the screenshot, and make it fit to page. Here's another one of Roxas. This is one of my favorite shots. This is my favorite screenshot of Sora. Just the one from the secret ending, and he puts up a nice smile. I loved it, and I just had to have it. So shout out to the person who photoshopped it, and sometimes they made a nice background, but this one they just decided to make it plain white, which I like it more because it was a lot more. The picture was a lot clearer than the actual screenshot. So this notebook, as you can see, it is badly butchered. It's so old. I don't remember if it was from fall 2010 or fall 2010 or spring 2010. It was around that time. So when I was done with this was from nutrition, science and nutrition class. So when I was done with that class, I kept the notebook, and I printed off screenshots of the Kingdom Hearts. So this is one of my favorites. I don't know if you can see that. I'm really sorry if you cannot. Let me see if I can put it up closer. This is my favorite screenshot that is nicely photoshopped. I don't know who it was. UXIAN. Shout out to you. That was beautifully done. So I remember that one. I used to have others. I would tape it into a plain piece of paper and then put it on the front cover for my binder. Here's another one. These are screenshots of Sora. They're not laminated. They're kind of laminated, but they're laminated with tape so that the color doesn't kind of dry off or just kind of fades away. These are screenshots of Roxas. That's how I like to organize the screenshots. And these are from screenshots of Roxas and Shion. And this screenshot was of all the organization. These are from June of 2010. That's when I started collecting this one. Now these are my favorite nicely photoshopped wallpapers of Sora in his drive forms. And I remember, now that I brought these up, I remember I used to have a flip phone. And I remember I would, at that time, I don't think you can save it through your phone. So what I did is I opened up the photoshopped image, and I would take a picture of it from my, a nice picture of it from my flip phone. And I would save it and put it into a wallpaper display for my phone. Too bad I don't have my my old flip phone so I can show you. So that was my way of collecting things. This is the first disc that I have used to put Kingdom Hearts music. And these are all from LimeWire. Like I said before, I don't feel like I deserve to have them. But, I mean, I didn't know that it was illegal at that time. So I just ended up, downloading it from LimeWire and putting them in a blank disc so I can be able to listen to it from my car. Since I don't have a car that supports MP3s, I burn it into a disc so I can be able to listen to it while I'm on the drive. And these are from Birth by Sleep songs. Yeah, I'm sorry if you can't see them. But yeah, that's just a couple of the discs that I have. And I also have a phone where I have put playlists of Kingdom Hearts music. Now this is a very old phone. I'm surprised I still have it. It's still good, but it's kind of dying. But I like to use this phone as an MP3 player from when I walk or run outside, and I usually have music that you don't find on Spotify or Pandora. So I have playlists of Kingdom Hearts music. So I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I have playlists from Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, Final Fantasy, anime music, and Kingdom Hearts music, and I would just have them all right here. And so these are, and this phone is from 2011. So I have been collecting music and placing them in that phone since I first got that phone. So around the summer of 2010, that's when I started really getting into playthroughs and watching other YouTubers share their playthroughs of Kingdom Hearts 2. And if you guys know Marco Everglow, he's amazing. I have to give him a shout out, by the way. And I remember watching him as Pacey. I just love watching his playthroughs of any kind of Kingdom Hearts games. So I loved watching his playthroughs where he performs his amazing finishers. He's the only one that can do those. I have tried doing them, but yeah, I can never be on his level. Fall of 2010, I remember I was super excited about Birth by Sleep coming out. At that time, I still didn't have a job, so I didn't have a job until the launch of Birth by Sleep. That was my first day of my new job. So I didn't have the PSP as well as the game on time. So I remember I was super excited, and I wanted to watch Pacey's playthroughs of Birth by Sleep. And I was in class during that time. I ended up skipping that one class, and I went straight home so I can be able to watch Pacey's playthroughs. And then December of 2010, December or January of 2011, I remember one of my brother's friends, he had a very old PSP, but he also had the game. So he was kind enough to let my brother borrow it. My brother was playing Birth by Sleep, and I remember I was so excited that I just wanted to watch him, and he was kind enough to let me play a little bit of Birth by Sleep. And I remember starting off with Ventus. At that time, I didn't know that in order to unlock the secret ending, you have to play you have to play in the order of the characters. So, and that in that case, you had to play first as Terra, and then Ventus, and then Aqua. So when I started playing the Birth by Sleep on the PSP, I started off with Ventus. I was just having a great time playing Birth by Sleep, and that I didn't want to let it go. I was so upset that I had to give it back to the owner. But I mean, I had a great time with it, and it just made me want to work super hard and work extra hours so that I can be able to raise enough money to get the PSP. Summer of 2011, that was when I first got my first PSP as well as the game. I remember when I first got it, I started playing as Terra in intermediate mode. I think that's when I started off. I made it through the final boss. And so but I was struggling with the final boss, with the Terra Xehanort. And I asked my brother if he can help me out. So he was looking at my commands, and he was all like, "Mimi, you have crappy stuff." So what he meant that I had crappy stuff was that in my commands I had equipment that were from when I first started Terra. So meaning I had Quick Blitz, Stun Edge, Sliding Edge, Fire, just commands that were from just like level 1 commands. So I didn't at that time I didn't know that I didn't know how to meld in order to create a better command. So he showed me how to meld commands, and so that I can be able to complete Terra's story. So after completing all 3 characters in standard mode, I felt like I was ready to do this in proud mode. I ended up passing all 3 characters with proud mode, and then I wanted to go on to the next level and try out critical mode. I remember I was watching Pacey's YouTube videos, and I think in his Birth by Sleep playlist, he added a list of commands for every character. And I wanted to share what I have written down for while I was getting ready for critical mode, as well as critical mode level 1. So I wrote down all the list of commands that Pacey had for all characters. So this is I don't know if you can see that. So this is commands from Terra. These are from Aqua, and there's another page right here, and some of the commands I have added in because Pacey didn't have it on his list. So like commands like Tornado or Tornado Strike from Ventus, I don't think that Pacey had it in his list of commands. But I also put in like another way of getting a higher command, such as, for example, Aqua's Raging Storm. You can get it by fusing 2 Firagas. Now, I was lucky enough, while I was playing critical mode level 1, I was lucky enough to combine 2 Firas, and it just switched into the Raging Storm command. So I added extra things to my list. These are commands from Ventus. And these are from, I think, late 2011. I can't believe I still have them. And I still use them as reference. So whenever I play Birth by Sleep again after a very long time, and it's just a good refresher for me to still have these and just take a look at them and figure out how I can get a specific command. Now, after beating critical mode, I I was looking at Pacey's videos, and I saw that he was doing critical mode level 1, and I was like, really? You can do that? So I didn't know how to level up the characters. So I was unaware that you can freeze your level so that you don't have to so that you don't end up gaining more getting stronger to make the gameplay look so easy. So I wasn't aware of that. And so my brother showed me how to turn off the XP, and so that I can be able to play as level 1. I remember that I was playing level 1 with all characters, and that's when these notes came in handy, so that I can be able to train my characters and my commands, so I can be able to get better commands early. So I ended up completing level 1 for all 3 characters, and let me tell you, level 1 was insane. Like, I have no idea whether or not I'm ready to do level 1 for Kingdom Hearts 3. I also ended up fighting the lingering Vanitas boss fight. And when you're finished with all 3 characters, you can do the secret bosses. So I did the Vanitas lingering Vanitas boss fight for all 3 characters, and then that gave me, I think that gives you access to do the mysterious figure. And then I remember the mysterious figure was brutal. Oh my goodness, I remember I struggled so much with all 3 characters, especially Terra. In my own personal opinion, Terra is really hard to beat the lingering Vanitas as well as the mysterious figure. I had to depend on luck and paying close attention. It was insane. I remember my hands were so sore for a couple days. Another memory that I have is when my brother was borrowing my PSP. He was playing as Ventus to get him up to level 9, and I think I remember he said that with 2 characters he was able to beat the mysterious figure. He wasn't able to get it done with Terra. And I remember while he was struggling with the mysterious figure as Ventus at level 99. So I remember he asked me if I can try to beat the mysterious figure for his level 99. And when I finally got it done, my brother just admitted. He was all like, "Dang, I was wrong. You really are good at Kingdom Hearts." I mean, it's an awesome feeling, you know, coming from somebody who has played all of these games but couldn't beat one of the hardest figures in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and to have him say that to me, I mean, it's an awesome feeling. It feels really good. So now fast forward to 2012. I remember the Dream Drop Distance for the 3DS was coming out, and I remember I was also so hyped and super excited about it. I was working really hard, working extra hours to try to earn the 3DS as well as the game. Around mid-2012 was when Dream Drop Distance finally came out. I was super excited when I heard the Dream Drop Distance title menu music. I remember I was I just loved it so much. Dearly Beloved just sounds like something I would listen to while I'm outdoors, or while I'm just enjoying nature, and going outside, going for a walk. I just loved it. And Dearly Beloved from any of them, from the 3DS or Kingdom Hearts 2 or Kingdom Hearts 1. I just love listening to it while I'm outdoors. I remember taking my 3DS and going to like a duck lake, like a little duck lake that's like a huge pond. We're just going by where there's a lot of trees, so that I can have some shade right there. I turned on the Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and then Dearly Beloved comes in, and I just love listening to it while I was at the duck place, and it just fits the scenery perfectly. I love it. Dearly Beloved. It's like a nice music to listen to while you're just enjoying nature. around fall of 2012. That's when it started to turn into a very hard moment for me. I didn't feel excited that the fire, that enthusiasm that I felt about Kingdom Hearts was slowly starting to go away. And that is when depression started to come in for the second time. And this one lasted much longer than the first depression. Now, I don't think I said this, but before, when I really started to get into Kingdom Hearts back in March of 2010, I was recovering from depression mode at that time. And Kingdom Hearts in 2010, when I first started to get into it, that depression mode slowly started to fade away. With what I was going through in 2012, it just seemed so much longer. I mean, I just felt super depressed at that time. I remember that I was trying to continue playing Dream Drop Distance. I believe I was in Tron's World. I don't remember the name of it, but didn't feel right playing it. I remember I started crying because I felt so heartbroken, and that I didn't feel right playing this because I knew it wasn't gonna make me feel better. In 2013, that's when 1.5 started coming out, and I remember I just didn't feel that excited about it. I really felt that fire, that enthusiasm with me, felt like it was starting to go away. So I totally forgot when Kingdom Hearts 2.5 came out in December of 2014. And then when Union Cross started making its debut, or we're starting getting news about it, I just remembered that I didn't feel that interested in it. It was more like, meh, bleh, I really don't care. So during those years, I was just super depressed that I did not care about Kingdom Hearts. I did not care about video games. I didn't care about life in general. As much as I really do not wish to give so much details, but I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. So what I want to say is that lust is real, you guys, and it is not a fun emotion to be hanging on to. So I was just hanging into lust for 6 years. So that's what made me just not want to move on. That made me not want to open up into the things that I love doing. Lust just makes you feel like you're losing yourself, like you're just so focused on trying not to lose a specific person, and you're trying to change who you really are in order to just to impress this person and make them like you more. And I mean, that's what lust does. You lose yourself, and it is not a fun thing to be hanging on to. You know, when people say that it's not very good to be hanging out with people that you have just either broken up or you went your separate ways, and you still had feelings for this person, it's not good to still be hanging out with them. It is so true. It is so true. But I still cared for this person. I still had feelings for this person, and then hanging out with them, but knowing that they don't feel the same way about you, it was really hard. And I just felt like I didn't want to let it go. I didn't want to move on. It's very poison for your mind and your heart. So in comes the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. I had no knowledge of it. At that time, I felt like I felt like Kingdom Hearts was completely out of my life, and I didn't know anything of the orchestras that were coming up. I didn't know about 2.8 that was out in 2017. I remember my brother talked to me about it, and I was like, okay, so I mean, I really missed out on a lot of Kingdom Hearts updates and news and events that were going on, and if I were still to be so excited about Kingdom Hearts, I would have gone into those concerts. I would have gone 2.8. 2018, that's when we started getting more and more news about Kingdom Hearts 3. And I remember my brother showed me one of the trailers of Kingdom Hearts. I'm not sure if it was the one with Dark Aqua or trailers before that, but I remember he showed me one of those trailers and I still didn't feel, I felt a little bit interested, but not there yet. It was until E3 of June 2018 when they started showing more trailers of Kingdom Hearts. And I felt like that that fire within me started to come back. I don't remember if it was 2013 or 2012. I remember I was crying and praying to God that how much I would love to have that fire, that enthusiasm, that love that I have for Kingdom Hearts and everything else that I loved, how I wish to have it back, because I just don't feel it. I feel like my heartbreak was much stronger than my love for Kingdom Hearts. December of 2018, that's when we started to get more news and the final trailer coming out, and I felt that fire within me. That excitement for Kingdom Hearts 3 was it was the same excitement that I was feeling for when I was hearing about Birth by Sleep and then Dream Drop Distance. 2019 was finally the year that I wanted to take that darkness in my heart and to just take it away from me. So speaking of darkness, I felt like all these 6 years, I felt like I was in the realm of darkness. Spiritually, I was in the realm of darkness. Just like Aqua was in the realm of darkness for 10 years. Spiritually, I was in the realm of darkness for 6 years. I felt like God really did answer my prayer, because what I had prayed for all these years was to enjoy and love and have that fire within me for Kingdom Hearts and other things that I love doing to really come back. And I felt like God really did heard my prayer. So that gave me the courage to tell him to take that lingering piece of lust that was haunting my heart for all these years, to just take it away. Do what you want with it. Just, I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Because I did not want to feel like this any longer. I felt like 6 years is just too long. I have missed out on a lot of things. I just really wanted to heal from this. And I just wanted to feel free. Like, I wanted to really value myself and love myself for the person that I am. I no longer feel grudge for any of these boys who only did what their heart wanted to do. So no grudge against any of them, because I am much happier the way I am, and I just take things as a learning experience. We were all young and learning, so it just helped me realize that this person is not for me, and that I'm a person who's very patient. I'd rather just wait for the right time where the Lord is going to present me with the person I'm going to marry. January 29 of 2019 was when Kingdom Hearts 3 finally came out, and at that time I didn't have a PS4. Well, actually, I'm gonna go before that. So Christmas of 2018, my brother gave me the Story So Far for Christmas, and he bought himself the PS4. And he downloaded Kingdom Hearts 3, and so when Kingdom Hearts 3 finally made its launch, I remember I was super excited. I remember I was bugging my brother. I was like, I remember I would knock on his door and I would say, "Is it here yet?" And he's like, "Calm down." So yes, that fire within me was just, it's back, and I'm just so happy to have it back. And I remember when launch day finally came out, we were both listening to Dearly Beloved of Kingdom Hearts 3, and I remember we were just bawling. We were both crying, because we just admire Yoko Shimomura's music and her work with Kingdom Hearts. And I was watching my brother play Kingdom Hearts. There came a time where I was just feeling so tired. I wanted to go to sleep. And so when I left the room, we both went our separate ways. So the next day, I had to find other ways to enjoy Kingdom. Even though I wasn't playing it, I wanted to find a way to enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3 just by watching other people. So I was watching other YouTubers enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3. In order for me to not spoil anything to my brother, or vice versa, we would ask each other, how far are you? So it was a way for us to figure out where we are, so that we don't end up making any accidental spoilers. In the spring of 2019, I booked a photo shoot for with a Keyblade. So this Keyblade that is behind me right there, it was the first ever collectible item of Kingdom Hearts that I've had. So I booked a photo shoot because I wanted to have an epic photo shoot with the Keyblade and with the famous water shoot that I have been seeing with people from the fitness industry. So I booked a photo shoot, and I was getting physically ready for the photo shoot so I can look nice and for the photo shoot. And while I was doing the photo shoot, I was just having so much fun. Clearly, I didn't know what I was doing, so I was just looking for picture reference of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy characters. So I'll see if I can post pictures up here. These are the poses that have been inspired by the characters. So this first photo was inspired by the character Lightning, even though it's not part of Kingdom Hearts, but I also love taking poses from Final Fantasy characters. This photo was inspired by Sora. This photo was inspired by the cutscene of The Lingering Will. This photo, if you guys remember the third birthday, this was inspired by Aya. I don't remember her last name, but it's inspired by that character. And this photo was inspired by Sora from the Pirates of the Caribbean. So I was really having a blast with these photo shoots, and sometimes there are some where I didn't know what I was doing. I just took some poses from the show America's Next Top Model. But other than that, I enjoyed doing that photo shoot, and Rob is amazing. He was the photographer who has done these shots. He's amazing. I have to give him a shout out for that, and I hope to do more shoots with him. Maybe do like a cosplay of Cloud, like a female version of Cloud or Tifa. But yes, other than that, the shoot was awesome. And then fast forward to fall of 2019, around October 2019, we booked the event for the Kingdom Hearts World of Tres Orchestra. So, and that was in Texas. It was with me and my brother. So when they started, sadly, we were not allowed to make videos or to shoot videos of the orchestra. So when Dearly Beloved came out, I remember me and him were both bawling. We were, and I think a lot of other people were. I remember I was sobbing. I was going like, yeah, I remember I was going like this, and I was trying to stop, and my brother can hear me. I'm not so sure if the people behind me could hear me as well. But yes, it was, I just love the orchestra, and I hope to be able to attend another one of those again, and hopefully in Paris. And then I remember I ordered, because I couldn't get the Oathkeeper and Oblivion conductors during the concert. So I ended up ordering the conductors online, and they came in like around about, I think, a day before Christmas Eve. They're just sitting right there, and it's just an amazing memory for me to keep, so that I can be able to remember that I have attended this concert. I just admire Yoko Shimomura's music. Like fall, winter of 2019, that's when I finally got my copy of Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, before I got my copy, I mentioned that I got the Story So Far for Christmas, so I wanted to play Story So Far before I can get Kingdom Hearts 3, so I can be able to just get to know the gameplay and how it works, so that I can be ready for Kingdom Hearts 3. I remember playing it as Proud Mode for the reason that when I was hearing reviews on Kingdom Hearts 3, everybody mentioned that proud mode was surprisingly easy. So I just had this crazy idea to start off with proud mode, and I made it through all the way through proud mode according to the battle level style. You know how in different worlds they give you the combat level? So my goal was to try to beat that world according to that combat level. Everything was just surprisingly easy. So I managed to I struggled a little bit with the Xehanort boss fight, but I managed to get it done. And then I felt like I was ready to try out the critical mode. And let me tell you, critical mode was brutal, as everybody was saying. But I managed to finally pass critical mode, and as well as DLC in both critical and proud mode. I'm currently trying to fight the data bosses with proud mode because I was just struggling so much with critical mode. So I'm currently in proud mode with the data bosses, and I only done one. I only got the young Xehanort, but everyone else is starting to be a struggle, but I'll get to them one day. So yes, I'll get to them one day so that I don't end up getting accidentally spoiled, because legal spoilers are everywhere. And so I got a little bit spoiled when I found out that Yozora was a secret boss in Kingdom Hearts Remind. Don't know exactly how that boss fight is going to be, and hopefully I will be able to get over all of these data bosses so I can be able to get through Yozora. So I think I covered everything. I didn't think I had that much to say about it. And I hope you guys enjoyed my story, and I hope you guys like my my little collections of screenshots that I have shown you guys. Also, once again, shout out to Marco Everglow. He does an amazing job with his channel and his devotion to Kingdom Hearts. And if you're interested in checking out his channel, I'm gonna link it in the description box down below. And if you also enjoyed watching the photos that I have displayed on the videos, his name is Rob. He is the photographer who has done this amazing water shoots. And if you're interested in looking at his work, I'm gonna link his Instagram in the description box down below as well. I also plan to do my own version of the sea salt ice cream. I've seen videos of some people making the sea salt ice cream from the original recipe, and the way I wish to do it is that I want to make it not only vegan friendly but also as allergy friendly as I can. I wish to do this for people who have sensitivities to eggs and milk and other artificial ingredients. You can also feel free to follow me on my social media. I have an Instagram, a Twitter, as well as Twitch. So guys, that is it for this video. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will do my best to provide with more videos. God bless you all. Have a great summer and stay safe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.